These are pranks that backfired horribly.
Yay!
And we've got our first one from Damocles 2010. They say, my good friend and his girlfriend were always pranking each other and horsing around.
Sounds pretty nice.
Do a horse sound.
I love that sitcom from the 90s. One night after the movies, walking back to the car down a dark side street, she said, I'll race you back to the car.
Oh, fun.
My friend gave her a short head start and then set off in pursuit. Don't like that. That's patronizing. Let's be equal. She was squealing with delight as she knew she was winning. She's going, A few yards later, she hears this huge crash and looks back to see two huge guys have jumped her boyfriend, tackled him to the ground, and are holding his face into the wet, smelly gutter.
What?
Slapping handcuffs onto him.
Stop it. What?
The cop yells out, "It's okay, honey. We've got him now. You're safe and can stop running."
Stop.
Wait a minute.
Was that even a prank?
I'm confused. What was the prank?
That was just it?
Is that the prank?
That's it?
They said race you to the car, and because it looked like he was chasing her, the police tackled him into the street? Holy shit.
Didn't you hear her giggling while she was running?
Bro, hey,
What
you've
happened?
got a lawsuit on your hands, I think. Right?
Yeah.
I think this prank was technically the cops pranked him by being like, ha, we falsely arrested you for a second. Now you're free to go, though.
Then he should have said that.
Well, we do have more.
Okay.
One night in middle school, my best friend and I snuck out around 2 a.m. or so. We used to mess with his neighbor. Well, this one night I was dressed in black, walking up to his back door to put Vaseline on the back doorknob, when suddenly the door flung open. I dropped into the darkness. The guy came out and pissed in the backyard about 3 feet away from my head.
This is payback.
Yeah, you're lucky he didn't piss on you with a firearm,
But
dude.
also,
You serious?
why are you putting
do that in the-
Vaseline on his back doorknob?
Because they're messing with him. Thinking, I got slimy goop on my hands.
But was it like on the inside of it or the outside of
Just,
it?
yeah, on the door, the outside of the doorknob.
Just
So when
put-
you grab it, now you got Vaseline on your hands.
Doesn't the
But what is
OP
Vaseline going to do?
Dude, let me tell you something. If you try this in the state of Texas, if you try this in the state of Florida, if you try this in the state of New Mexico, you better have your last will and testament ready to roll.
And North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, West Virginia. Yeah, add those in there too.
And probably the entire country of Australia. But they don't need any weapons. They will just use their hands.
So bro got peed on?
Little drops of his pee was hitting me in the face, and I was too terrified to move. Did you like it, though? I sometimes think he knew I was there.
Oh my god.
didn't answer our question?
Didn't answer our question.
Didn't answer that question.
Some people do like getting peed on, and some people like peeing on others.
That's what the No. I'm gonna establish this right now. This was a previous partner that I had.
Oh man.
Oh,
Man, wow.
brother.
I just like peeing in bitches, all right, everyone? Let's get that straight.
Oh,
No,
noted.
Like
no,
plant bitches.
that's fine.
Plant
That's fine.
outside.
She a vegetarian.
And she liked it. She's the one.
We
who
didn't
wanted it.
ask you any other
Keon,
questions.
it's okay. We can move
We
on.
did not ask you any other questions.
Keon's obsessed with talking about pissing on ladies.
That was probably like the fourth conversation I
yes.
ever had with you, by the way. It was that.
This was not my will, and it wasn't what I
Not
wanted.
your will. Shut up.
Your girlfriend's here.
Yeah, I know she's here. That's why I had to clarify. When both of you fucking slow panned dead straight to my face.
Hey,
Because you're the only person I know that has ever went through that.
aren't we all supposed to be like, accepting and tolerant of people who like do stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who's to
Why
say,
are you not accepting
Who's
yourself?
to say we're not worse than the people who like being peed on? Maybe they're better than us.
All right, let's keep reading this.
Anybody thought about that?
I'm getting uncomfortable now.
DBards21 says, I ding-dong ditched a house during the winter, and the cops followed my footprints in the snow back to my house. I am dumb.
Dude, come on. Come on. That is like a Looney Tunes thing right there.
Dude, quick okay story time. I ding-dong ditched with my buddy when we were like in elementary school.
Oh, God.
And the house we did, like we ran from the house and we climbed a big pine tree. We were in the pine tree. But they called the police because we banged the door so hard that they thought someone had like been trying to they thought someone tried to break it down with like a boulder. They thought someone grabbed the rock on their front porch and banged their front door with it.
Oh my gosh.
And so we were up in the tree and the cops did not find us. They never did.
What? Was it a pine tree? Like, how did they not see you?
Oh, it was thick. It was big.
It
was tall. We were very high up in the tree. Yeah.
I had to climb a pine tree once to get a drone out of it.
I'm the boulder.
I bold people.
Dude, okay, so I did once ding dong DoorDash my grandma.
Ding dong DoorDash is crazy.
That's what it's called, ding dong DoorDash.
No, it's
Ding
called
dong
Ding Dong
ditch.
Ditch.
It's ding dong DoorDash.
No, you keep that to yourself because that is gold and we can sell that to DoorDash. Nobody else take that idea. This is now officially copyrighted.
I thought it was ding dong DoorDash. Anyways, so I did that to my grandma.
That should be DoorDash's slogan.
Ding dong DoorDash. And my brother and I had ghillie suits on.
Oh,
yeah. So
tactical.
they worked. So
you lay in the grass.
So what we did is we like banged on
sick.
it, and then we didn't even run. We just laid down like right beside of her like carport, and then she was like looking around. We waited a little bit, then knocked on the door again, laid back down, looking around, and then we moved. And dude, I felt bad. I scared her so bad.
Yeah, dude, a ghillie suit is next level commitment to that. And that would be, I mean, you're seeing someone in a ghillie suit. You can't be like, oh, I can immediately tell this is okay. You're just like, oh my God, who's coming for me? What is that? Oh!
Yeah. Best $40 I've ever spent.
You just reminded me that I have a ghillie suit. But it's not $40. Yours is probably way better than mine. Mine was a
No, it was
bust
pretty. It was yeah. But like you can't use it out here. You have to have like a specific kind of ghillie suit out here. You have to have a trash one. Well, like if you go on the street with a grass one, come on.
Oh, you mean for it to be effective? I thought you meant legally.
Oh no.
Yeah, you got to have one that makes you look like a tent.
Mm-hmm. No. A taco stand.
Yeah, or a tacos. Yeah, either a tent or the taco stand.
Mm-hmm. You're good.
Yeah. Anyway, X-Erver says, nothing too weird. Boo this man or woman, or in between. At my apartment in college, my back faces my door when I'm at the computer, dude, you don't know how to be tactical then. Rule number 1, always face the door.
Yep.
Threat assessment. So, if I'm wearing headphones, it's really easy to freak me out. So one time my roommate crawled around my legs and under my desk all stealthily. And then he waited too long because I leaned back and closed my door, then pulled out my Johnson to have a little me time. Needless to say, the surprise was shared.
Dude.
Yeah, so,
Did you just instantly make it happen?
Yeah, how long did everyone wait?
I'm just gonna the number one principle of comedy, timing. It's all about timing. What's going on? It wasn't that good.
Sorry, someone just walked in here trying to print out a picture of their favorite artist, and I'm laughing right now. Send it to me on Slack, and Keon can print it out. Okay.
Why?
Sorry. Anyways.
Why does he look like that?
Sorry, I just out of context. Sorry for all the non-seeing listeners. Yeah, no, I think at that moment, as soon as you're there trying to scare someone and I start to hear I'm stopping. I'm like, yo, I'm here.
Hey, whoa.
I am right here.
Yeah. I mean, maybe OP was just real quick with it. I mean,
I'm
I'm talking sub 2 seconds.
Whoa.
That's probably sub 1.
That could
He was excited.
Something might bleed.
That's why you got to have
There's something about Mary moment. Yeah.
I actually haven't.
Have you guys never seen that movie?
I haven't seen it.
The hair gel thing?
It's probably been like 19
it's the
years.
first 10 minutes where he's never mind.
Oh my God. Well, I don't remember any of the
Sounds
minutes,
like a
Keon.
personal problem.
Dude. It's a great movie. I know what you're talking about.
Kinda
I just don't
stuck with
remember
me.
that.
I know who's in it.
Yeah, it's Ben
Catherine
Stiller.
Diaz.
Yeah. Brett Favre.
Brett Favre.
Not Ethan Hawke. What's that guy's name?
The
Ethan
dude.
something. Is it Ethan Hawke? It was Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, that weird dude with the
not
shoes.
Ethan Hawke. It is not Ethan Hawke.
Anyways, we're off topic.
We've got a Dr. Ponos. One Dr. Ponos says, this was back when I lived in Ukraine. We had a crazy old lady as a neighbor, probably irradiated, that would always yell at us if the ball went in her yard. And she was just a mean, old, little, nasty little lady. Well, one day we had a great idea of taking a ton of catnip and putting it everywhere.
Everywhere?
Everywhere.
Oh, God.
Let's just say we greatly underestimated the amount of stray cats in our neighborhood. Back then, there was no neutering of your cat, so there was probably 50 plus strays in her yard and in ours. The prank did succeed kinda because she called the town priest to bless her house.
Dude, that's just going to make more cat babies.
I mean, yeah, I feel like cats are, well, I guess cats are supposed to be kind of unholy, huh? You got like the black cat, and then it's like, wasn't like Anubis like the guy? Or no, he didn't like cats, right?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really remember. The only cat that was really mentioned in the Bible that I can remember are the lions.
Yeah, and they were eating people.
Well, that one time they didn't eat people.
Yeah.
That one time,
One time?
Yeah, the guy was like, go in that pit of lions, and then he didn't get eaten. And then that one time David, like, put a lion with a stone.
Okay. You know what? We're getting back into it. Get out of the lion pit. The guy came dressed in his Orthodox gowns and with holy water. It was funny until the cats ate a few of my dad's racing pigeons, and he knew I was part of it, so I got my butt beat royally.
Yeah.
Dude, you
Racing pigeons? How much do those go for?
Second question. How much can you take home from racing pigeons?
All right, I'm going to look at the Stop,
Divide and
Keon.
conquer. Stop showing us a picture of the man.
Can you show it? Can you show the class? Can you show everyone that
Yeah,
picture?
just show him that part of his face, though. Just the window.
What the heck? Racing pigeon prices range from as little as $10 to $20 for basic birds to over $1.9 million for elite champions with good competitive pigeon typically.
A bird? A bird is $2 million?
Typically around like 2,800. Which, fun fact that I've learned about, racing horses, the reason why they're so expensive is because people use that to embezzle. You can embezzle with racing horses, yachts, and art.
What do you mean? I mean,
do you think a racing horse actually costs like millions of dollars? No, and who are usually buying racing horses?
I mean, when you're talking about
Jokic.
What kind of business do you think he's doing in Slovakia?
I actually
Balling out.
my mom and her friend had a joint stake in a racehorse briefly. I think they sold it because it's weird. It's a weird, very intricate little corner of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're talking
why.
about the horses that win like the Kentucky Derby, yeah, they get up there, and it's because they are the engine of like a machine that generates a lot of money. Actually, I mean it's probably not in its heyday anymore, but
gambling, dude.
Back in the day, dude. Yeah, those horses used to make
it's used to clean
a lot
money.
of money.
I think this pigeon racing stuff could definitely clean a lot of money. Dang, bro, we didn't even think about the pigeon racing.
That's what. Yeah, I mean, what are we doing? Where there's so many birds just flying around. Like, we can find a fast one.
We could probably catch one for free.
Yeah, and then we can just give it whatever Sophia eats.
They're on the same diet. Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, LGNJIP says, in college, I thought it would be funny to play an April Fool's joke on my mom. I got my then girlfriend to agree to convince my mom that we had gotten engaged.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
The morning of April Fool's Day, I called my mom and told her that the night before I had asked my girlfriend to marry me, and she said yes. It was then that my girl took the phone from me and started going on and on about the proposal and how excited she was. And then she hung up. I called back immediately, but the line was busy and stayed busy for the next 45 minutes.
Interesting.
By the time I got through, my mother had called my entire extended family and told them I was engaged.
As one mother would do. As one mother would do.
I mean, in a way, she kind of gave you like the alley-oop, she kind of gave you the boost. She was the afterburner. Now you've pranked your whole family.
I was about to say, you pranked more people. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is great.
She's like Chris Paul out here with the assists. R.I.P. his career.
Lob City.
She's the shocker.
When I told her it was all a joke, she started crying, asking why I would do that to her.
Oh.
No, not mom crying.
It's
She
just
wanted
a prank.
She wanted grandbabies, dude. She probably thought she was going to get one soon.
Oh, bro, that's what my mom wants. I feel so bad.
You could give her one. Dude,
I don't know. I don't know when that's happening.
Dakota, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have me.
That is true. I'm gonna veer off. Dakota, do you understand how far away you live from her. Also, how far AI has advanced to just like make a little one of you and just send her pictures of you and just like a little false life.
We would need to have like hard light hologram projections for that to work out.
Bubble baby. Oh, I can't get out of its bubble. It's stuck in here. It can't get out.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. And just rent it. You know how many child actors around here you could probably hire?
Well, they made that movie about Brendan Fraser being rented in Japan as like a dad. So maybe you can rent a child?
You can't. Child
But
actor.
that seems like we're veering into pretty...
Nope. Unless you have the union involved, then it's okay.
Right. As long as they're unionized children.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the children are represented by a board.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Glad we got there. I then, after the tears, I had to call each member of my family and explain to them what happened. I put off both of my grandmothers until the end. They were the worst calls. They wouldn't really let me explain. One yelled at me, then called me an a-hole, and the other just hung up on me when I told her. It was all pretty terrible. Then my girlfriend got it in her mind that us eventually getting married was just a joke to me and dumped me. I hate April Fool's Day.
That's my dad's birthday. How dare you?
How dare you?
Dude, that's on you. That's on you, man. That is on you.
Yeah.
I will say, yeah.
It's the good old saying of F around and find out, my guy, and you effed around and you found out hard.
I mean, she did kind of overthink that, but at the same time, why would you make a April Fool's joke hinge upon your relationship progressing?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's a deleted user here, which means that they had shame. They say, so my friend was telling me what she did the other day. Yeah, right, we know this was you. And I was mortified. She is kind of seeing this guy.
What did you
second.
do?
Even the phone is ashamed and won't let us see. I'm going to drink some more of this paint.
Also, I'm really
yummy
excited about
paint.
going to Japan now so I can rent a dad. Yeah, you said you can rent a dad in Japan.
You can rent a girlfriend. You can
Did
rent
you
a
not
boyfriend.
see that? I wanted to see that movie. I thought it was going to get nominated for stuff, and I guess it didn't. Maybe it wasn't as good as I
I don't want a
thought it
girlfriend.
was going to look.
I don't want to have to pay for someone else.
It came out too late. That's what.
Oh, okay.
Oh, got it.
Well, and let me just say, no other choice. Excuse me, how is that not nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture? That's insane.
That is true. I really do want to see that movie.
It
Is
was
good?
so good. It left me, I was affected by it.
Dang, I should have watched that in
Deeply affected
theaters.
by it. For
Is it out
days.
anywhere yet?
It's probably not out anymore.
No. Can I watch it anywhere?
I'm not sure. If you can see it in theaters, I would, because I mean, it was such a good movie,
I can watch it on Prime. I'm gonna watch it. I'm literally gonna watch it tonight.
dude. It's a great choice.
My TV's huge enough to be a theater thing.
Honestly, yeah, I have seen it.
Yes. Okay, I'm renting it. I'm buying it.
Might as well. They deserve it.
Buy a bundle.
Buy bundle. What are you gonna do with that?
I get. What is this? Anyways, I'll look at it later. Apologies.
We're still linking.
Link.
Is what I was talking about the
Interlink.
other day.
A deleted user means one
There we
person
go.
disagreed with them, so they flounced off.
Flounced. I like that word. I like the word flounce.
All right, what happened?
So she is kind of seeing this guy. Oh, are you? And she just broke up with her boyfriend about a month ago. Oh, did you? And she and her sister thought it would be amusing to test this new guy and see if he acts shady,
Oh,
as she put it.
did you do the Trojan test?
What is that?
Have you not seen that commercial?
The commercial where it's
Where
like
the sister's like, "Oh my gosh, like
I have to go. Well, the girlfriend goes, I have to leave, and then the sister tries to.
hit on the boyfriend, and the boyfriend runs
Oh.
to the car to go get
The-
a wrapper, and he comes back, and the girlfriend's like, "It was a test, and you passed."
That's why you always keep it in your car.
Yay! So apparently her sister has an app on her phone that generates a random number and lets you text people from that number so they don't know who you are.
Back in my day, it was just star 67.
Back in my day, we didn't have apps. We just had buttons. Her sister starts texting this guy, pretending she's a girl who knows him. The idea was to see if he played along and acted interested in who she was. However, he just gets confused, as most men do. When he says he doesn't know who she is, she starts reciting her knowledge on who he is, where he lives, even down to the vehicle he drives.
Oh,
So...
that's very concerning.
Oh. Yeah, so and then it's like, so the police are gonna get involved immediately, right?
He might be thinking a rat is gonna show up in a mailbox soon. It's a gangster thing.
Oh, I'm only familiar with the horse head.
No, if you ratted someone out, they'll send you a rat.
They put a rat in your mailbox. If you rat somebody out, Martin Scorsese will put an X behind you in the movie he directs.
So that was a deep cut for all my cinephiles out there. So, of course, This creeps him out. Meanwhile, my friend is driving over to his house, getting a play-by-play on what is happening. He is legitimately concerned and even texts my friend letting her know what's going on. So my friend pulls up into his driveway and her sister texts this guy saying, "Oh, so that dumb blonde witch is back, huh?" And he freaks. He runs out to her car, grabs her, and takes her quickly inside. He's like, "Mr. President, come with me right now."
Oh, God.
"Get down, Mr. President." So now they have taken it too far because he is all paranoid that some weird girl he doesn't even know is watching and stalking him. And my friend and her sister won't tell him that it was them either because they know they took it too far. I feel sorry for the guy. Wait, you're not going to tell him either?
Dude, OP, we know it was you. And also, just take responsibility.
Yeah, take that responsibility, deleted. We know what you did. Shame. Can y'all get a shame train? Shame.
Shame.
Let's go. Shame,
Shame.
and then you shame, and then Keon shame.
And
Shame.
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 Sherm?
What happens if you get a cylinder stuck inside of a Pringles? This is what this story gave off.
Honestly, if it can get stuck in a Pringle can, why would you even pretend that it's not you? You know what I'm saying? Because that's, well, I mean, maybe not. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, actually.
That's a lot.
What were you in
going on.
20? You were probably in 28 years later, weren't you?
Yikes.
Also, it's down again. So
Yeah,
maybe
we're
we'll
gonna
just do
switch to we're switching. Sorry. Nice. I just moved up in the alphabet. Went from W to F for B. Bumgarner is a good one, Toria. That is what my mom went at.
Victoria.
So my mom's family is called Bumgarner. So
Yeah, it's a tree farmer. Yeah.
tree farmer Bumgarner.
Yeah, I am the tree farmer. They put me out there.
Imagine calling me Riley Bumgarner.
Riley Tree Man. How do you say a green bean gardener? Or is
Green
it
bean?
or farmer, green bean farmer?
It's
I don't know.
connected. So we're good.
Nonia. All right. User TV Joker says this will probably get buried. Pfft, yeah, right. But I want to tell it anyway. This is one of those stories that start out simple enough and then escalates. Oh, like all
Every
of them?
other story.
Yo, this guy knows stories.
This is how you tell a story. Yes.
So I was vacationing out in the country with some friends, and me and two buddies were staying in the same room. One night we were just talking and stuff when suddenly one of them decides it would be funny to remove his underwear.
It's so funny.
Underneath his duvet, luckily, and throw it in my face. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm going home. Needless to say, I got pissed and threw it out the window.
Fair.
He then got pissed because it turned out he had tricked me and those were fresh, non-worn underwear. I don't care. It's still going out the window.
Yeah.
You lose, buddy.
Fresh, like out of the. It better be like out of the freaking Hanes bag
Yeah, it better still be wet.
and white. No dark marks.
Like with, like the laundry, like it's just got laundry detergented.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
you don't
wet.
want it to still be wet. You
Yeah.
still want to kind of dry it before you. Yeah.
I retract my
The only other
previous-
way it would be wet is if you went for a swimming pool or you swim like.
Your Honor, I retract my previous statement. I would like the underwear to be dry.
Your Honor, my client is not guilty because he's just chill.
I'm just chill like that, dude. I don't even know if I gotta chill out, dude.
It was a Sora watermark. Are you
What?
having like
Sorry, no, I was just chilling.
a, you have
I chilled a little too hard.
a fentanyl flip?
After arguing about it, all three of us went out in nothing but our underwear and shoes to find the underwear. I really thought that was going to be like to fight, but why are we looking for the underwear? Here's the thing. The house we were staying in had a fenced area next to it, also owned by the owner of the house. And I had managed to throw the underwear into that area. Pff, way to go, stud. Look at that arm strength. Wow. So we all make our way under the fence just in case it was electrified, and we find the underwear when we hear a noise behind us.
Oh gosh, you're probably in the deep south too.
We turn, and there in the dark, we can just about make out a freaking bull.
Oh,
This is literally
dude.
the clip from Cars.
This is. Oh, God. And that
Oh,
scared
no.
me. I was always scared by that guy.
Is his name Frank?
Yeah, and I was like too old to be scared by that when it came out.
You're like
I was a little too
16.
old for that. All three of us ended up screaming and running back, jumping over the fence, which was electrified, so we all got shocked. When we were safe, we looked back to see the bull now standing where we had stood. Our other friends woke up because of the screaming and found us all breathless, almost nude in the grass. One of us was even crying. That's how you know it was a good prank.
Oh, God.
It's not a good prank until someone's weeping. They will never let us forget that.
Dude, I mean, I wouldn't either. That's like, I won't let Keon forget that one thing he did.
What did you do, Keon?
It's what I didn't do.
Yeah, no, I won't repeat it. Repeat it.
Repeated it.
Ow!
Almost hit it. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't either. That's hilarious.
Why
are you guys all in your underwear? Why can't you guys just like be clothed? What?
10 to the 24th says, can someone do the math on that? What's 10 to the 24th power? Thank you. My friends and I have always been big pranksters, but this is probably the best case of one of those pranks backfiring. Only the twist is that I was responsible not for the prank, but for the backfire.
Even better.
This was around sophomore year of high school. For reasons lost to time, a couple of friends of mine, twins, thought it would be funny to trick me into eating some chocolate laxatives they'd gotten their hands on. The chocolates looked just like Hershey's after they scratched the L's off, so their plan was to give everyone at their get-together some chocolates, but the inconspicuous-looking laxatives to me.
Oh, no.
However, they made the mistake of telling another friend what they were planning, who then promptly informed me about it. And the lesson is know your position in the hierarchy of friends before blabbing to everyone about your insidious plans. Who do you think you are, Dr. Evil? With a few hours before the get-together, I went to the pharmacy, bought a Hershey's bar, as well as a small bottle of an extremely powerful liquid laxative. You can probably see where this is going.
So you're trying to do that to them as well?
I'm seeing where this is going. Everyone's getting poisoned.
Everyone's pooping, and whoever claims the toilet is wins.
Oh, yeah, dude. This is a party. You better find a bucket or a bowl.
You better find a shit bucket. No!
Hey, man. Sometimes you
I
gotta.
don't like this visual!
You gotta do it.
Ah!
A mop bucket.
Conveniently for me, we were all hanging around their chest-high trampoline when they started offering everyone the chocolate. Now, at this point, I feel the need to editorialize a bit and say that their handling of it at this moment was pretty pathetic. And I don't think I would have bought it for a second even without prior knowledge, especially considering how the chocolate laxatives had only the vaguest resemblance to regular chocolate, plus, seriously, who breaks apart plates and arranges Hershey bars? But I digress. Anyway, with the trampoline as my cover, I toss the chocolates they gave me into the grass and start to eat the real Hershey bar I had been keeping hidden. The twins begin giggling conspicuously almost immediately. Boy, am I gonna poop so hard! Shut up! They start to ask leading questions, trying to gauge how close I am to dropping a Helen Hunt. What?
What?
I've never heard that.
We gotta...
What?
Okay, so first of all, we pay more respect to Helen Hunt in this house. Okay? Winter's Bone.
Wait, what?
Then they're called inside, thoughtlessly leaving behind 2 half-empty cans of root beer. I saw my chance and I took it, filling the cans with liquid laxative. When they got back, they drank almost every last drop from them their cans.
Dude, you don't put that much in it. You put like a little bit in it.
Yeah, this is where this is folks. Messing around with this stuff like that is dangerous. Okay. Still, they were grinning and giggling like a couple of Japanese schoolgirls hanging around the massagers at Sharper Image.
Wait,
that was
what?
Way too specific of a reference, my guy.
Time out. Run that back.
Like a couple of Japanese schoolgirls sitting in massage chairs at the Sharper Image, a company which I believe doesn't exist anymore, and I believe was also basically just in America. So I don't think there are Japanese schoolgirls there. Giggling like you when you see Japanese schoolgirls.
What?
I didn't like that one.
Why'd you say that?
Well, I don't know, because they were the ones who brought up Japanese schoolgirls, okay? It wasn't me.
Let's not bring that up anymore.
Anyways. Okay.
How do you say sorry?
Konnichiwa.
Gomen.
Gomenasai.
Amanai.
Gomenasai.
They even remarked to one another that their root beer tasted funny, but they drank it all anyway. So, long story short, Mr. and Mrs. Twin cracked and did the whole booyah thing that people were so fond of in the late 90s. Only then I showed them the remains of the Hershey bar and the empty laxative bottle and explained what had just transpired. Their faces went pale, probably from, all of the blood going into their intestines so they could to poop themselves.
Oh, gosh.
But they somehow couldn't accept that their brilliant scheme had backfired. They outright refused to believe it for about an hour. After an hour, I was convinced that because I'd split the whole bottle between the two of them, it wasn't enough to have any impact. But boy, was I wrong. It turns out 4 ounces of something you only need a teaspoon of is more than enough to get things moving.
Yeah, duh.
Things went from disappointing to hilarious to frightening in a hurry. They went to the bathroom once, then twice. And then it was obvious that the stuff had worked. It got so bad that they began fighting with one another over the only bathroom in their house.
Like I said, called it.
I forget which one got in there first, but the other one was essentially out of luck. I had to say it. Not long after it started going downhill, everyone was ordered to leave the house. Funny, because it was supposed to be a weekend-long camping sort of thing, but yeah, plans have a way of changing. That was a Saturday, and they weren't heard from for the rest of the week. I felt terrible. Even if they were trying to do the same thing to me, I just felt awful about what they were going through. I've always played pranks on friends and family, but I'm pretty faithful to the 5-minute rule, which is to say that if it ruins your life for more than 5 minutes, it's not really a prank anymore. It's just sadism. This is one of the rare exceptions, which I knew going in, but I didn't expect it to go as far as it did. A few years later, while in college, I heard from a friend who attended that event about some of the grisly details. Allow me to illustrate in the least graphic way I possibly can at this hour. You know how when you're sick and you've puked out every last drop of undigested food and liquid, but your body just keeps trying to heave more up even though there's nothing there?
Oh, God.
Well, imagine that same scenario, only with your butt for days.
Oh, dude. Yo. Oh. It's not fun anymore. Why did you not read the, I don't know, the thing? What's wrong with you, OP?
I think they were children, but
Sophomore year of high school. Yep. Okay, but still.
dry heaving with the butt is crazy.
He goes,
It just goes.
have you ever heard a man scream with no lungs? Have you ever heard
a man shit with no ass?
with no air? Golly.
Okay.
Yeah, no more details needed. Are we done? Are we done? Please tell me. God, no.
Yeah, no, that was almost 12 years ago. I still have mixed feelings about what I did, and I don't talk to those guys anymore. Was it worth it? No, not at all. Since it was before the days of YouTube. Oh, just because you couldn't
monetize it.
monetize it.
I get it. Get it.
Speaking of, you guys want to swap for the rest of this? You want to read some, Riley?
Sure, yeah.
Cool.
Oh, here.
Oh, I was gonna say, speaking of the bathroom, I gotta go use it.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, potty break. Everyone,
Party break for the boy. He's going
let's take a little party break for this.
Party break. Everyone at home also go to the bathroom. We're going now. We're going. I have peed my pants.
Oh, no. You too?
Toria says, I don't know why I bark laughed. How do you do that? How do you bark laugh? Can you give me a bark laugh over there, Riley?
It's like, I feel like it's like whenever you belt, but then you also laugh.
So you're like, ha! Bah!
Perhaps. I don't know. Oh, that's scary.
You gotta barking out. Rawr, rawr, rawr.
I don't even want to attempt it. I feel like that hurt my lungs. Oh, wait. My uncle took too much of
lungs?
laxatives one time and ended up in the ER because he was super dehydrated.
Yeah, no, it's actually, that's what I was saying. It's dangerous. Don't mess around with laxatives because also if you do that to someone and they do get hurt, you're going to get sued and you're going to be held liable and it is a crime. You just poisoned somebody. So don't do that. Don't mess around with laxatives.
Yeah, you're in danger of dehydrating from that much expulsion. Yeah.
Expulsion. That's a nice way to put it. That's a real nice way to put it.
Yikes, yeah. I was about to say, everyone that does take a bathroom break, you can take us with you.
Yeah, you say, sorry, I couldn't come to the phone. I was expelling. I was in the middle of an expulsion. Couldn't come to the phone.
I must expel real quick.
Yeah, I gotta expel some.
Wait, anyone ever watch
Some
Boardwalk
demons.
Empire? One of the young boys gave laxatives to a classmate, and he passed away.
Oh, no. I have seen Boardwalk Empire, but mostly in the form of YouTube shorts. It's funny how that's happened. Like, what are the things I've watched through YouTube shorts?
Man.
I've watched a lot of Michael Shannon's scenes in Boardwalk Empire through YouTube shorts. There was something I swear I just watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I watched the whole
think
movie through TikTok once.
I watched like the first season of Banshee through YouTube shorts.
Golly.
I've seen a lot of scenes from that movie Acadian, which apparently had really cool creature. It's like a horror movie with cool creature design, but like apparently the movie wasn't super cool or super great, but the creature was really cool.
What?
Acadian or Arcadian?
Arcane?
I don't know if it was Arcadian or Acadian,
Arcane?
but yeah, super weird, crazy, creepy creature stuff.
JJ moving?
JJ, I wonder how he's doing. There was literally a time in my life where I had briefly set my sights on becoming the social media manager of a Moo Ping meat skewer stand. JJ. JJ knew what he was doing. The Moo Pinglers. That's what we called him. JJ Moo Pingler.
What a time that was.
Where my Moo Ping fans at, dude? Oh, man.
Y'all ready? Here we go. Obsessed with Corgi says, I tried to do the red Kool-Aid and shower prank on my parents back when I was 15 on April Fool's Days. I didn't have any Kool-Aid, so I thought red Jell-O powder would do the same.
Oh, no. It's not gonna.
Who knew that Jell-O still congels even when you don't refrigerate it? I didn't.
Well, yeah, I mean, fair enough.
It ended up causing $625 in repairs to the shower and water pipe system.
What?
I was listening from the hallway so I could yell April Fools upon hearing my mom freak out from the red water during her daily morning shower. Instead, I heard my father and mother confused and irritated as to why no water was coming out. My gut got to me too much within a minute, so I knocked on their door and confessed what I did.
Oh, no. So you put the Jell-O in there, and then it was so tight it didn't even go through, and then it probably backwashed into the pipes and stuff. Oh, God. Also, I don't understand that prank because it basically depends on somebody getting in the shower and then turning on the water immediately with their back turned to it.
Yeah, I never do that. I never turn on the water immediately.
Yeah, I mean, like, not while I'm in it. I turn on the water and it has to heat up. What kind of psychos are out there just back first getting blasted with cold water?
Some people like that.
Who's
In
getting
certain
their
contexts.
back blasted?
Yes, with cold water.
Calvin Van Camper says, you're lucky it was only $620. Yeah, goodness gracious.
April Fools.
Oh, I get it. I get cooled inside the shower head. F cleaning that, yeah. Deleted says, had a secretary at the office. She's rude, unhelpful, and a terrible human being. We used to remotely log into her computer when her desk phone rang and delete components to AIM so it would stop working. She ended up having to reinstall it 10 plus times a day.
Oh my God. You're committing war crime. That is war crime.
Did she not know how to
yeah.
uninstall that program?
No, this poor creature. This poor creature.
The new guy, a contract employee, heard about our pranks and wanted in.
You're recruiting.
He went on for days about it, wanting to prank her with us. I finally said that it didn't need to be anything big. It could be something small, like changing her keyboard and mouse to opposite ports, which he did. Secretary comes back from lunch. We go out on a shoot, come back. The crew gets called to the manager's office one at a time. They had to call an IT service, which cost the boss $75 to come and fix it. And he wants us to know who did it. The new guy fessed up. His contract lasted another week and it was not renewed.
Dang. Oh, I mean, dang.
Had to get the IT guy involved? Oh my
gosh.
Dude, I know for a fact that if I did this, my boy Eddie would have my back.
Yeah. And you'd also be able to fix it instantaneously.
Oh, yeah. Come on. That is horrible. Oh my gosh. I have done that before. I sometimes remote log in to help you guys out with stuff. I can mess with you guys so much on stream.
You continue to mess with me by making that picture of me the background screensaver of the downstairs computer.
Oh, yeah? You like that?
Me and my 18-year-old headshot.
Yep. Perfect time to have you on there. Jeanette says, my friend was arrested for stealing a hospital chair.
I mean, wow. The ballsy. That's probably an $80,000 chair.
Wait, what? Like a
I mean, yeah, if it's the bed,
kind of
that's
chair?
crazy. But like, yeah, that's probably $25 million. But just a chair in the hallway even is
Interesting.
like, yeah, even a chair in the hallway is just. I'm really just making a joke here about how everything's costs way too much.
Oh,
in
it
the
costs too much in a
American
hospital. Yeah.
system.
Well, she got arrested for it. The receptionist didn't see the funny side when he tried to point out the please take a seat sign.
Ah, you would have gotten away with it if I was there, buddy. I would have said, hey, you know what? You're a clever girl.
Clever girl.
Now I'll give it to you. Run on home.
Gosh, guys. Oh, Amanda Katie says, my coworker used to remote log in and pop the CD-ROM on his computer while I was working in the office alone at night. Scared the crap out of me.
Just making it go.
Golly. Deleted says, as a prank or a dare, some kids open a pasture gate on a local farm thinking it would be fun to scare the herd of 80 plus cows. That's a freaking stampede.
Yeah, that's not safe. That's not good.
It worked. The cows stampeded out the gate and started charging through the backyards of the surrounding residential neighborhood, trampling people's gardens, knocking down fences, and ripping clothes off the lines as they went. It took the combined police force and fire department staff to get the cows back into the pasture.
How bored were y'all to do that?
Well, they're at a place where there's 80 cows.
That's exactly. They must have been super bored.
That's like probably the third time that happened that month.
Probably. Fun fact, my dog, he was a Catahoula, something like that, like type of dog, and they herd cows. So all you got to do is just get like a dog that can herd things.
Mm.
Yeah, they're really good at it. He once got loose and went to the neighbor's yard where they had cows.
Because he heard those cows.
And they were in a circle. We were like, Skitter, get back here.
But I'm working.
No, come herd the goats. R.I.P. Skitter. Laser Wolf 53 says, my friend lost his phone. A month later, got a new phone and got his old number transferred to it. He ended up getting a ton of random phone calls asking for someone named Chad. Turns out this guy Chad had stolen my friend's phone and was using his phone service for a phone number for that month. Well, we are skiing with his buddy, and he got a call from a girl looking for Chad. It turns out she was at the same ski mountain. There was not really a thing to do in my town. My buddy said Chad would meet her at the concession area. It was a joke because Chad was never to show up. My buddy was going to get this girl upset with Chad. Well, I suggested we meet her. We called and said Chad hurt himself, peed his pants, and had to go home. We were in high school, so it was pretty funny. So instead, she could ski with us. We introduced ourselves as Squibs, Chime, and Sanchez.
Squibs!
Hey, Squibs!
Who was clearly not Hispanic.
Nice. Hi there, fella. My name's Sanchez. Nice to meet you. Put her there, partner.
We get on a 4-person ski lift with her, and we get to know her a little. She grew up in Brooklyn. She was about to become a police officer, and she was like 10 years older than us. And we could tell that she could beat the crap out of us. Well, near the top of the lift, her phone rings. Oh, hi, Chad. I heard you got hurt. Are you okay? Your friends told me. Squibs, Chime, and Sanchez. Just then, we reached the top of the lift, and I made a beeline to the bottom of the mountain to hide in some bushes. We never saw her again.
Dude, you should have committed to the reveal, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
You should have been like, oh, he must have amnesia. Yeah, that's why he doesn't remember.
Classic Chad.
Yeah, Chad, he got in that, pigeon racing accident.
But I would have been like, wait, where's Chad? Because he's been using my buddy's thing.
Yeah, right.
But
just imagine being a teenager from high school, talking to this woman that's like, 10 years older than you, from Brooklyn, wanting to be a police officer. I'd be scared. I wouldn't want to wait around.
Yeah, whatever. She's a skier. You snowboarder.
What were you saying,
If
Keelan?
you got a snowboard, you don't got to worry
no, I was
about
gonna say
them.
like I would be like, no, we're trying to find Chad.
Yeah, right.
This guy's been first and foremost. This guy stole my buddy's phone. Second, he's been using his phone service for who knows how long.
Yep. Yeah. Techno says a friend's brother just had bought a new 95 Camaro and was being a giant baby about it. Pull it into the driveway too fast and get dust on its car. That was a yelling. A park too close to his pride and joy. More yelling.
Hey, you must maintain a equitable distance between your vehicle and my vehicle.
My friend decided to prank him by locking the car in the barn in the back 40. In the back 40?
What the hell? What in tarnation is the back 40?
My friend decided to prank him by locking the car in a barn, the back 40, leaving a note on his keys that said something like, saw a bird threatening to poop on your car, so I did you a favor and stuck it in the old tractor shed. Bro was going to have to walk half a mile at minimum to get his car. 1.5 miles if he didn't remember to grab the key to the barn. Unfortunately, the brother didn't see the note. He noticed the car was gone and went straight to the phone. Police were called for a stolen car report, then insurance, then the police again because they hadn't shown up in the 15 minutes since he last called them.
And fun fact is that is what you did. You stole his car and put it somewhere else.
No. They put it in the shed so bird poop wouldn't get on it.
Maybe the back 40 means the back of their own property. Because I guess if the car is still on the property that y'all own, technically it wasn't stolen. But yeah, if you took that car and moved it somewhere that isn't that same place, you stole that car.
Agree to disagree. The back 40 is the back of acreage that is the hardest to get to.
Yeah, okay. So it
I
is
get it.
on the same property. Okay, cool.
When the police actually arrived, they asked him a couple of questions. Where was it last parked? Were you behind on payments? And most importantly, do you still have the keys? That's when he found the note. Cops were nice enough to drive him out to the shed to make sure the Camaro was indeed there before canceling the stolen car report. And here's where it actually went horribly wrong. The car was never marked found by the police.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Now you're a car thief for life.
3 weeks later, the brother gets pulled over, ordered out of his car at gunpoint, and gets put face down in cuffs on gravel road while the police check the things out.
Nice, dude. Lawsuit. Here comes the money. Police negligence.
Things like the open natty ice in his cup holder and the remnants of a joint in his ashtray.
Never mind. You're not winning that lawsuit, actually. Sorry, buddy. Yowza, but you shouldn't be drinking Natty Light while you drive the Camaro, stupid.
Yeah, dude, this is wild. You know what? If he was being giant, baby, fair.
Yeah, I mean.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't steal the car, but, you know.
You didn't. You parked it somewhere safe.
You can't be drinking Natty Light behind the wheel of your car.
Yeah.
You absolute degenerate.
Yeah.
And if you care so much about your... you stupid.
And if you're in a place where they can park your car in the back 40, yeah, you're in deep country where you probably shouldn't be smoking that as well while driving.
You're in the territory where that's what people just do for fun, though, to be honest. Have you ever seen the videos of, like, when... Because it didn't used to be illegal to drink and drive.
Oh, yeah?
Have you seen the videos of people... Was it drinking and driving or was it seatbelts? Or was it both? I can't remember. I think there was a video about the seatbelts, but I feel like there was also a video of
Drinking and driving?
talking about drinking and driving.
All right, where are you going with this?
I don't want to go anywhere with it now because I don't know which one was which.
Okay.
But people who were like, well, I can't believe I can't. How am I supposed to drunk drive to my freaking house after work now? What am I supposed to do? Not be drunk while I drive? Makes me drive better. I'm more careful.
Golly. MACE 1203 says, in high school, after a series of smaller pranks, we covered our band director's white fence in front door and neon post-its.
Aw, that's fun.
We only meant to inconvenience him, but we didn't know that he and his family were out of town. Overnight it rained, and the post-it notes bled all over the fence and door.
Oh, not fun. Not fun at all.
His neighbors cleaned up the paper goo, and he spent hours washing his fence to get the colors off. Oops.
Well, I think at that point, you just lean into it, and you're like, we're just going to keep this around until June.
There we go. I guess July at that point, because you can't keep it up until June and then take it off.
Oh, well, why? That's what every company in the country does.
Not in June. They do it in July.
What are you talking about?
You're talking about the rainbow flag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't take it off in June. Take it off in July.
Yeah.
Because you said take it off in June.
No, I think keep it up for June.
Oh,
I guess, I don't know. I don't know what I said, but yeah.
Keep it up until, for the month of June.
Yeah, keep it up for the month of June,
There we
baby.
go. Home on Ice says, Pooh Dollar. Yep, definitely the Pooh Dollar.
The Pooh Dollar?
Cruel prank it is. My friends and I were all at my house bored and decided to unalive time by the means of Pooh Dollar. The dollar was prepared and placed strategically outside of my front stoop on the sidewalk where the heavy foot traffic is. We piled against the window to watch through the shutters. Several Joe Schmoes walked by and noticed nothing, and we were about to abandon our post when suddenly an adorable little girl in a tiny sundress and her smiling mother approached the scene. The stray dollar caught the girl's eye. I don't think I really need to explain what happened next. The voice in my head was screaming, "No, please don't. What have we done?"
Oh, no.
But there was nothing any of us could do. I've never seen such childish and innocent joy turn into utter devastation so fast. Tears, sadness, scarring memory, they were all tied into it. We all hung our heads in shame, not even able to look at each other. We sat in silence for probably 10 minutes. We didn't even mean to ruin a day. What's the
Man.
Pooh Dollar?
It's a dollar with poop on it.
Yeah, they pick up the dollar, but there's poop on it.
If you Pooh Dollared a cute little girl with their mom, you Pooh fiend.
Bro.
That was an improportionate prank to pull.
It's not even funny. It's not even funny.
Disproportionate. Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is I got poop on my hands. Damn.
I got poop.
It's not cool. I got poop on my hands.
Anyway.
I gotta go wash my hands because I got poop on them.
It's horrible. Why, dude, if it's somewhere with heavy foot traffic, just run a lemonade stand.
Yeah, that's kind of Yeah. The best prank with the dollar is dollar on a fishing line.
Yep, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the trick is, though, you got to make sure that the slack on the fishing pole isn't up in the air. You got to, like, keep it low. You got to
People
keep
don't see it.
got to keep it low on the ground.
I see, yeah. Deleted says, it was a stupid prank. Kind of truth or dare situation in bar.
That's not a prank. That is truth or dare.
Mm-hmm. That's how my grandma got with my grandpa.
Nice.
One of the girls dared her to sit on my grandpa's lap while he was still seeing someone else. And then she did it, and then they got married.
Grandma Wilson.
Grandma Bumgarner.
Grandma Bumgarner.
Mimi, to be
Mimi Bumgarner gets after it.
We were all so pissed as F. I took the dare, and my friend dared me to shock a random guy. Not like the old 1-2 or anything, but using words. Shock?
Like, make them like he's the shocker, and he shocks people.
Not the shocker again. So I went to a guy. I said I wanted to buy him a pint. He was really confused for obvious reasons and asked why, like anyone would do. I think the first thought he had was I was hitting on him. But then I went to celebrate the baby we're having, of course. He went mental and started calling apparently his wife, who then said on the phone that the baby wasn't his, but his best friend's. And I wouldn't have known what to do unless I hadn't heard her to use the words. It's your best friend's. What the heck was that?
I don't know. The grammar was literally too bad on that for me to follow.
What did I just read?
I don't know. So the prank was that it's like, haha, you're gonna have a baby, but then like it was like, oh my god, I gotta call to confirm, and she was like, yeah, I am gonna have a baby, and it's your best friend's.
It wasn't even that funny.
But it's like, is the prank that it's like she actually did cheat on him and is having a baby with someone else? That's the prank backfiring. Is they're like, haha, we're gonna prank you to think that she's pregnant, and then she was like, yeah, I am pregnant, and it's your best friend's. I think that's what happened. I can't tell though, because that Sophia will need to be here to give you some, grammatical lessons, since she is the English major. A joke I will never let go of. And
nope. Yeah. Can you go back to the reading scene so I can look at this?
What is this?
What is this? Oh, an explosion. Explosion.
What is that? Where did you get that from?
Was that the prank?
I guess. No, this is a different prank. Okay, so we all saw the video. All right. So, a couple of friends weeks ago, my friends and I lit off a screamer bond on our friend's front porch. That's what that was. His neighbor thought it was a gunshot, and he sees us, all in black hoodies, getting in our car and driving away super fast. He gets in a super nice F Ford 250 and chases me in my beater station wagon while on the phone with the cops the entire time. I finally realized that there's no way out of this, so I pull over and start to explain. He is super pissed and won't let it go. A couple of minutes later, 3 whole cop cars show up and start to ask questions. It took almost an hour to sort things out. They called our parents, and we all got grounded for weeks. Not fun at all.
Yeah. That's why you don't set bombs off in people's neighborhoods.
Yeah, dude, what the heck is that?
You do that in the middle of the woods.
I don't know about that.
To attract the creatures.
Not my woods. Not my neck of the woods. Attract the wrong kind of attention.
Yeah. You want to attract the I won't say its name. I will not say its name because I was reading Appalachian horror stories the other day, and I am now afraid of the woods where Riley grew up.
They're really not that bad.
In the day, actually, I read some stories where even in the day they were messed up.
Well, what you do is you just don't pay attention to any of that stuff, and you walk in the darkness without ever seeing any scary movies. I can walk in the dark around my house and be like, okay, because I just don't listen to scary movies.
You just always go to the voice that says help or says hello.
Or sounds like a woman screaming.
Yeah, you always follow that.
It's more likely going to be a bobcat than anything. Have you heard a bobcat scream at night?
I don't think so.
It's the bear from Arrival.
Yeah, dude, it's scary. It sounds like a kid.
Did Arrival? Did I say the right movie?
No.
It's a bear from Annihilation.
Annihilation.
Which is, there's a funny comic about that.
Yeah. Anyways, F a password says, well, I attempted to do the classic shaving cream face slap prank. Turns out it was Nair. Her mom wasn't too thrilled.
Oh, how on
do you do
earth
that?
do you mess that up?
Oh, because you're a kid and you just like cream, facial cream.
Oh, okay.
Also,
yeah.
Who the heck has Nair on them?
Women?
Yeah, you got to put that up high out of place.
Yeah.
Up high.
How is that like easy to access?
Yeah, the Nair,
That makes no sense.
Nair is no fair, and it will give you no hair.
Mm.
Talk
Pigs-
to your au pair.
Pigs to Grip says, Oh, pistol grip.
Pigs to grip?
There's no
Pigs
G.
to grip?
Oh, God.
You got pigs to grip over there?
I thought that was a G.
That boy over there, he always gripping on them there pigs now. Don't let him get down in that pig farm now. He gonna be gripping on your pigs now.
That pig pin. Pistol grip says, when I was around 12 years old, I loved causing all sorts of trouble around my neighborhood when I was bored. My brother and my best friend and I decided to have a car wash since it was summer and we all had nothing better to do than pull out pranks. We drew those exact words, free car wash, in the middle of the road, down the street from my house, in a sidewalk chalk. Then we hid in the bushes with a hose with a spray attachment, super soakers, and water balloons and waited for cars to drive by. Keep in mind this is a nice residential area, so people were driving through at only 15 miles an hour or so in nice cars, and it was a hot day. So tap water plus hot paint weather equals water spots and damaged paint. Oh. As soon as
What's in your tap water, dude?
Yeah, is it lead? It's not supposed to be in there.
Where are you from? Flint, Michigan?
Or lime. It could be lime.
It could be lime.
As soon as we heard a car pulling out, we would pop out and unleash heck for as long as the car was within range. Our favorites were cars with their windows down because we could completely drench the occupants and the interiors of the cars. Well, we did this for several hours, and it was the most fun and successful pranks right until the end.
People were chill? I'm sorry. For 7 hours, people were chill with you guys. Just, you know what? They're kids. If a kid did that to me with my open window, I'm stopping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, listen, clean it.
Open window, the law is being laid down. Closed window,
Closed
I'm
window,
not
I would be
sweating
like, that's funny. You know
I'm
what?
not sweating.
I'll join in. But open window, that's a little messed up.
Yeah. Every driver previously had reacted the same way to our attack, speeding off and yelling at us with choice words. All except for the last guy in a nice new black BMW who had just paid to have his car professionally detailed.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's going to be an angry individual.
As the water hit his car, he stopped, glared at us, and we knew we were in trouble. We panicked and sprinted at full speed right back to my parents' house and hid in the backyard while he chased us down in his BMW. He calmly walked up to my parents' house, knocked on the door, and demanded my parents reimburse him. We ended up wiping down his car with towels and using my dad's cleaning supplies to detail the car while the owner glared at us. It had to be one of the most humiliating experiences I've ever had. On top of that, I was grounded for a week.
That's one of the most humiliating experiences you've ever had, is to clean up a mess that you made.
I can only imagine how you are as a boyfriend or husband.
What is the most embarrassing experiences you've ever had?
Poop my pants.
In what context?
I think I was in kindergarten, and I just, like, pooped my pants. And I was like, okay.
Were you talking yet?
I was probably mumbling. I went, bathroom.
At 5.
Bathroom.
One time in high school, I was at the urinal and this guy got like a big paper wad of like, I guess like, what do you call it, like towels or whatever? And he like went to throw it at me. Well, he faked it. I went to duck, so I went like this. I headbutted the urinal. And my head started bleeding and I had blood running down my face.
Oh my God.
And my thing was still out. So he was like coming to help me and I was like, no! And I was like mid pee. It was just bad. And like I missed.
Were you on the ground peeing too?
No, I like hit my head and then I was still standing up. But he was like, I'm so sorry. But yeah, that was embarrassing.
I guess I don't know which one's the most, but the thing that just came to mind is I used to be a catcher. I played baseball when I was a kid.
Still are, aren't you?
And, huh?
Hmm?
Yeah, I know what you meant. That's fine.
I can see you being.
Damn it, you just fucking.
I can see you being a catcher in baseball.
Yeah, but it was right at the age where, like, you know, kids started to get bigger and hit puberty, and I had not yet. And
dude, middle school age.
Yeah, this kid was like the most jacked kid I had ever seen yet in my life. Goes up and he's hits a ball all the way to the fence. He's fast as they throw the ball in. I get it at home plate. This kid obliterated me. Helmet gone, ball gone, inside the park, home run. And that was the first time I had ever been just physically dominated in a sport before.
Yeah.
And I was, I guess, embarrassed.
Yeah. That sucks.
I don't have much shame, so normal things don't really embarrass me. I guess I get embarrassed when I leave food in the fridge, Keon.
No, you don't. You don't get that weird hurty feeling in your stomach like it does when your girlfriend cleans your room.
It's not the same. It's
because he's not as pretty.
It's more acute. It's more just like and then my brain's like, don't think about that.
Dang.
So
Deleted says, look. Oh, sorry. What were you going to say?
I was
Keith?
gonna say, well, we're gonna find out tonight what's expired, what isn't.
Okay, you want to talk about shame? How many jars of pickles do you need? How many different half-empty condiment bottles do you need?
Enough.
Why do you have the same loaf of bread that's been in the fridge for 9 months?
No, it's a new one.
He does eat a lot of bread.
I throw out my expired food.
How often do you go and look at the fridge?
Also, pickles and sauces don't expire after a week.
Yeah, but why do you have 7 jars of pickles?
I don't. I have 2 jars of olives, 1 jar of pickles, 1 jar of pickle juice, and a jar of pickled onions.
Okay, that's a lot of vinegar there.
It's called using it for cocktails.
Oh, yeah, because you're always drinking pickle cocktails at the apartment.
When Nick Palma comes over, it's
All
pickle
right,
martini.
Yeah,
girls.
okay.
We're gonna get into this.
That's fair.
Detold says, looking back on this one, it was simply stupid of me, no matter which way I look at it. My freshman year of college, I had a part-time job doing data entry at a company with about 100 employees. I usually got my work done pretty fast, so I'd sit there and jack around on the computer, trying to teach myself a little bit about IT.
Jack around is a crazy word to say with your computer.
Better than jerk around. I was a computer engineering major at the time, so I'm messing around one day and learning how to send autonomous messages to computers that look like pop-ups. You can do that?
What a genius move. Not even, yeah. You're too smart. You have to go to prison.
I
Too smart.
thought this would be the perfect way to freak people out. I started sending these pop-up messages to people who I knew would call me. They knew I did IT, and they didn't like the people in IT. They laughed, and all was well. Well, this is where I got stupid. I decided to send a mass pop-up message to everyone in the company about their computer catching a serious virus. Dumb. I know this now.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to repeat that. That's dumb. Dumb.
At the time, I thought it would be funny. Turns out it caused mass panic. The IT guys couldn't figure out what had happened, so they were going to spend tons of money to hire a third-party company to come in and take a look.
I'm just imagining the New York Stock Exchange, like that level of activity and frenzy. Just everyone's going like, oh, gotta check the computers, unplug everything. Oh my God, change the passwords. Where's the mainframe?
It got so serious, I've never heard of this being done before, hiring a third party. I couldn't let them spend all that money for something that wasn't there, so I went to my boss and confessed that I did it. He was really cool about it, but told me he had to fire me anyway.
Bro, you could have played that. You could have played like, boss, I think I figured out a solution to the virus. I've uploaded some code into our mainframe, and I believe I have ejected the virus of note.
Literally, all you had to do was make another pop-up and saying, virus detected, restart computer now. That's all you had to do.
Yeah, you were right there. You had all the tools you needed. Send out another pop-up that says, OP deleted the virus because they are cool, and they have very nice, they have cool abs.
Dude.
And nice feet.
Nice feet. What?
I don't know.
Okay.
Let him know. Hey,
let him
let him know.
Let him know.
Let him know.
Dude, like, you could have got a promotion from that if you played your cards right.
Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Shara says, when I was a senior in high school, we decided to totally trash our favorite teacher's classroom for April Fools. The janitor was a cool guy, so he let us in, and we TP'd the room, jumbled all the desks against the far wall, glued his chalk to the board, and painted all over the chalkboard with removable paint.
Uh-oh.
The next day we came in, and the teacher called us to his room to tell us that the paint wouldn't come off the chalkboard, and we owed the school a new one. A few hours later, we were told by the janitor that he had been fired for letting students into a teacher's locked classroom.
No, you got the janitor fired? That's worse than the cruise missiles.
I was about to say. Better than getting killed. Well, there's one exception.
That's, yeah. To be fair, hey, moment of silence for that janitor who fought 47 cruise missiles.
In 95. At the very end of the day, before a 2-week break, my teacher finally confessed that he had told his first period class to smudge all the paint to make it look like it had been washed, but that it actually came off fine. He also told us that the janitor wasn't fired. He was on vacation.
Nice. Yes.
He dodged the missiles. My teacher had been planning on letting us stew for the whole 2 weeks, but I finally broke down in tears because I felt so bad about the janitor, and he didn't have the heart to make me wait. That is hilarious. Hey, remember those 2 weeks you're supposed to take soon? Wouldn't it be funny to take it now?
Wouldn't it be really funny if you just got out of town immediately?
Golly.
Pause, because I...
After tinkle.
Exactly. We
Goodbye.
finish each other's.
Tinkles. I can help you zip it. Only down, not up. I don't believe in zipping it up. All right.
Chat. Now that he's gone, should I make a log of how many things that he has expired in the fridge today or tonight?
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
I already know there's like 4 things that are expired.
I'm gonna say 6.
Oh, I'm going more.
More?
I'm going way
7?
more.
Ooh, can we guess how many expired things Dakota has in the fridge?
I will tally it. I won't tell you what it is, but I will tally it.
You won't tell me exactly how many it is.
No, I will tally it. Like tally the. I don't want to just keep a list of like, oh, it's this, it's that.
Oh, you'll give me like a number?
I'll give you a number.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. I
Dude.
think I might have some expired stuff, but like I know for a fact like he has 2 bags of carrots in there that are dry and gross. He has a thing of tomatoes that's gross.
Oh God.
He's a salad mix that's definitely expired. He has a chicken that's been there for 2 weeks. I asked him the other day, I was like, Dakota, you think this chicken's still good? He's like, yeah, probably. I'm like,
No.
all right.
After like 5 days, I get worried about eating the chicken.
I know. But I made a thing of like, I'm not gonna touch his food.
I don't know.
Unless
man.
if it stinks. Unless if it really smells and it's like affecting my food, then
Yeah.
yes.
Alex and I do a pretty good job. We usually, if I go to the grocery store to get stuff, I'm usually eating it within that week.
Right, exactly. So do I. Like sometimes I'm like, all right, I have a couple like berries left over that I didn't eat because those things expire very soon. Or like my tomato, like I didn't eat all the tomatoes. Great, I'll throw it away.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like pickles or like, I love condiments. Hence why I have a lot of like sauces. I love condiments.
You're freaking out over poultry? I can raid my own fridge-o. It is probably bad, but see, I haven't cleaned it out in a while. Mostly jams and stuff. Nothing that smells. Okay, that's good.
We'll have Carly there as a.
Poor girl. That's sad. Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right. Deleted says, I taped the water sprayer in the kitchen sink to the spray position. My mom, who has back problems, sprayed herself, jumped violently, and re-injured her back. She needed surgery to correct it.
Honestly, bro, at that point, I don't know
This happened to my family once.
I don't know if you're built for existence. I
Yeah.
think you need to be in one of the Wall-E chairs at that point.
Dude, this mom's probably like, I don't know, 70, 80. You ever think about that?
But if you're at the point where going, like requires surgery,
Yeah.
it's time for a sealed room.
It's funny that you say that, though.
I have yet to get a surgery, okay? Everything here is fine.
Do you need one?
No.
One time, my little brother, or Tate, I guess my 2 little brothers, he was playing with Sawyer, and Sawyer was like running on the sectional. He was like probably like 2 or 3 at this point, and he pushed him in a certain way where he like Sawyer fell on my mom's knee, and my mom's knee was messed up for 7 months.
7 months?
Yeah.
That's almost an entire gestation period.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. She was so mad at him. Oh my gosh, she brought it up so many times. Crossy Jr. says, my best friend got pneumonia and had to go to the hospital for a few days. Thought it was a good time to prank him. While he was there getting blood tests, they found something else, and he ended up having to stay for an extra month in the hospital. Nothing serious, though. Nothing serious?
Nothing serious?
He has to stay in the hospital for another month. How is this not serious?
That sounds pretty dang serious to me. And I'm serious all the time.
I'm serious.
I was still talking to him regularly, and he told me to pass on the news to our homeroom teacher. So naturally, I sent my MSN screen name to RIP Dominic, posted on MySpace about how he had passed away. A few of us knew it was fake, but most of the school thought he had passed away.
That's wild.
How does most of the school think that?
How did you look more bug-like?
Our English teacher asked our group if it were true, and we put on our most convincing, shallowing sadness look and said he passed away yesterday afternoon.
That's insane. How did you sell that? How did you sell that like that?
The next day at school, teachers took me into the principal's office. They had a counselor there for me and everything. And in the moment of just freaking out, I went in with it. When they rang his parents, who I was close friends with, to invite them into the service they were preparing, Catholic school, they didn't pick up. So I stopped by their house during my break and told them what had happened. The dad thought it was hilarious,
Yeah.
but the mom flipped out and rang the school. I got grilled for causing emotional trauma to everyone, but his closest friends knew it wasn't legit, so no one was too messed up by it.
Yeah, come on. That was just a lesson to teach all those kids about being fake upset.
You know, it's actually like the ultimate bro move because like the girls who were like really into him would be like, I didn't let him know.
It was just a
You're
prank.
right.
That's pretty nice.
Oh my God.
He thought it was hilarious, and I still bring it up now and then that I will convince the world he passed away next time. Gecko Joe says, back in 96, I was living in a downstairs apartment with my buddy while my future girlfriend and her best friend lived upstairs. We used to prank each other all the time, and it slowly escalated. One day, I cut out a corn-related magazine picture of a guy and a girl having spicy sleep on exercise equipment, and added the caption, "We are not working out. We are definitely effing." Adam Sandler reference for the new school.
I'm unaware of this reference.
And this guy's old school. I was going to open up the door to their apartment and put it in the inside of their door, but the door was locked. So I taped it to the back of my future girlfriend's car. When I got home from work that night, I found out that a cop randomly cruised by, saw the corn in the back of this chick's car, knock on the door of the chick's door while we were doing bong hits,
While you were doing the...
and almost arrested her for a variety of things. Nobody had a sense of humor that night.
Wow.
Well, guys, that's the end of our prank stories. That was a crazy one.
Get arrested, nerd. That's the prank.
That's
Get
wild.
arrested, dork.
Remember the rule when it comes to pranks, everybody.
If it's not funny after 5 minutes, it's not a good
Yeah,
prank.
well, if your life is still ruined after 5 minutes, you are actually doing damage.
Yep. But guys, please comment down below your funniest pranks. I would love, 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 love to read them.
Comment down below.
What are your craziest pranks? You guys know any of your craziest pranks?
The ghillie suit. I mean, I'm always like, doing something. Nothing like too crazy though.
I must ponder. I mean, I don't really, I guess the ding dong ditch was pretty crazy. Well, I'm trying to think of like school stuff. Did we prank anybody? Nothing's really coming to mind.
This one was mild, but like when you in your notebook paper and those little frizzly things on the side
Yeah.
of the notebook paper, this one teacher hated it, so a bunch of our students collected it for like a month, and then one day on April Fool's, we like trashed her room with it and like did a lot of other stuff, and she came in, she was like, "Oh my gosh!" But we cleaned it up right after.
Yeah,
See.
that's the good guy.
So I went to, let's see, when my personal pranks was I walk very lightly, so I would just scare people in my house, which was really fun. But going to an all boys school, there's a wide variety of simple pranks to the worst pranks of all time.
Yeah.
For me, I got like my backpack turned inside out, which was really funny. A couple times, or we did it to other people. That was fun. Or zip tying people's backpacks, or sometimes their shoes. But there was a guy that was a grade above me, and he pooped in the bathroom, on the floor,
No.
and it just wasn't a good prank.
That's
and,
low effort.
It was kind of gross.
Yeah, that's a low ball.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Anytime a kid did that in elementary school, the principal had to figure out who it was. He went on investigative mode.
Anytime. It kept happening over
I wonder how
and
that
over.
guy.
Mr. Cash, that was our principal.
There was a prank I'm remembering. I wasn't a part of it, but it was a prank where one of the kids in my school drove a smart car, and I think 7 or 8 dudes picked up the smart car and moved it.
Stop. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Actually, it might have been more than that. I don't know how many it took, but yeah, they just picked up the car and moved it somewhere else, and she was very upset.
One of the craziest pranks I heard of that was, again, in that class, which is my friend's class that
God.
Dakota. You have to ask them. They just have the craziest stories. I think it was their freshman year, and they were playing whale sounds in a class, but 4 people in the class were playing it, and the teacher was going insane because it would go from one corner of the room to another corner of the room. And he's like, "Stop playing whale sounds." Obviously, all these kids are all these little freshman boys are like, "What are you talking about? You're hearing things." So
What whale sounds? It wasn't really a prank, but it's something that's funny that happened when I was in 5th grade, and I had a soda at my table, and somehow the soda fell off of my desk and exploded in a way that covered basically the entire 30-foot radius around the soda.
what was in that
gosh.
soda?
It was because the way the can popped, it broke
the
on
one-
broke
yeah.
on the side a little bit, so it was just barely any
All the pressure.
yeah, and so it spun the can around, and it's spinning on the ceiling, it's on the walls, it's on all the other desks around me, and it was just it just fell off. Oops. And the whole class, everyone was going, "Ah!" And it was so crazy that we had a recap at the end of the years, the 5th grade recap graduation, and there was a skit where that was reenacted. in the fifth grade recap video.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And that teacher always said I looked like Kevin Bacon.
I could see it.
Was he wrong? Was she wrong?
At the time, I thought so.
I had people said I look like Crush from Nemo.
No,
turtle?
No, you don't look like Crush. You look like Squirt.
What kind of animal do you look like?
I don't know. But that's the end of that story. Hey, don't leave quite yet. I know you're still driving. We're still going to read, so enjoy your time. Stick around. A new manager demands I follow his orders, but he's not my boss.
He's not your boss, then he can't tell you what to do.
Bit of background before I start. This story happened when I was still working as a machinist back when I was 19. I started that job on the second shift, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., but was transferred to the weekend shift, 5 a.m. to 5 p.m., barely 6 months later. And the manager for the weekend was an older man we'll call Jay. This is important for later. By the way, this comes from Karen on the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So since the weekend was severely understaffed, we were each put in charge of multiple machines. I was in charge of running 4 machines that formed a big block on a corner of the factory hardly anyone ever went to. One Friday morning, as I was setting up my machines, a short, round-tucked man with a Vernon Dursley mustache walked up behind me and tapped me on the shoulder.
Little Harry Potter.
Surprised that I had a visitor, I pulled my head out of the machine and greeted him. Me. Him. Entitled manager. Me. Hi, can I help you with something? Jay. I'm Jay. Me. Okay, nice to meet you. I'm OP. Holds out my hand for him to shake, which he ignores.
Ugh.
Jay. Yeah, I'm just looking around trying to get a feel for the place, you know. Me. Understandable, I guess. I trailed off, really not sure what he wanted, and knowing I had 20 minutes to get to the machines before I fell behind on my work. You've got a pretty nice setup here. I wouldn't have known there was anyone working back here if I hadn't have wandered this way. Me, I guess. Jay, I bet you have fun back here. You can just slack off all day and no one comes by to bother you. He laughs in a kind of condescending way. Me, sorry. Is there a point to this conversation or can I finish setting things up? Yeah, I probably could have been a bit more tactful here, but I worked my butt off and I had the highest job completion rate of every shift who ran those machines, which was quite a feat considering I was alone and the other shifts had 2 to 4 people running those same machines. Jay sneers at me. You know who I am, do you? Me, nope. Should I? Jay, yeah, you should. I'm your new boss. Me. I stare at him for a second, then laugh. No crap. Did Michael finally retire? Jay, what? Michael? What he got to do with this? Me. Well, Michael's my manager. It was at this moment I realized he'd gotten ahead of himself and didn't even know who he was in charge of yet.
Ooh.
Jay, no he's not. I am. I was just promoted to first shift manager. That means you work for me. No, that's not what that means, I said slowly. I'm on weekend shift, not first shift. So you're not my new boss. Michael is. Jay, if you're weekend, then why are you running first shift's equipment? Then asked in a aha, got you kind of way. Me, this is where I've been assigned. You want specifics? You're going to have to ask the manager. I didn't choose which machines I run. Jay, I am your manager. Me, no, you're not. Now, can I please get back to work? Jay steps into my personal space, looks me up and down with a frown on his face, like it was somehow my fault I was a foot taller than he was. I'm the first shift manager. Me, good for you, man. I mean that, but that doesn't mean you're my manager. Jay pokes me in the chest. I am the first shift manager. That means you listen to me. Me looks down at his finger and takes a step back so he isn't touching me anymore. Don't do that. Seemingly amused by my response, steps closer and tries to poke me again.
HR.
It was at that moment my actual manager showed up. Michael, what's going on, OP? Machines ready to get moving? Me, not yet. I was just being introduced to Jay. Here. Guess I got distracted. Michael sees how irritated I look and quickly realized what's going on. Is that right? Hey, Jay, why don't you let me introduce you to the other weekend guys? OP's got to get these machines going so he can make rate. Jay smirks at me. Yeah, sure. Have a nice day, OP. I guess I'll see you later. Michael leads him away, and I got back to work without any more interruptions for the rest of my shift. But Jay had apparently decided that my defense was unacceptable and something he needed to personally correct.
Not looking good. But I think Jay's gonna like go to Michael and be like, "This is unacceptable. OP needs to listen to me." And Michael's gonna be like, "You're not his manager," and then everyone's gonna be happy.
Facts.
And that's the end of the story.
I hope so, dude.
Yeah.
I don't like this back and forth at all. So I hadn't seen the last of him just yet. Over the next 5 months, every encounter with Jay went about the same. He would try to give me orders, I would refuse, and he would keep pressing until I got irritated. But eventually, Michael got tired of hearing Jay complain about me not listening to him and called me into the office for a chat. He basically told me to just suck it up and did what he asked. That was only because I wasn't listening to him that he kept bugging me, and that if I just give in, he would get bored eventually and leave me alone. So I begrudgingly went along with it and started to do all of the BS tasks he wanted me to do. These tasks included painting tables for first shift, fixing entire baskets of parts that first shift screwed up, shoveling brass chips from a wheelbarrow into a barrel for absolutely no reason, and setting up machines for first shift. And I was expected to do these while doing my own job? Okay.
You need to go talk to Michael and say, "Hey, like, can you let Jay know that these are not part of my tasks?"
If I was in this position and your performance was
Directly impacted.
indirectly impacted by your completion rate, what I would do is show your completion rate before Jay showed up and show your completion rate now and go, if Michael's not listening to you, maybe go even above that. Be like, "Hey guys, I know I'm just a little guy here, but I'm doing a lot. Look at these numbers."
Mm-hmm. I don't have time to do these extra tasks and get these numbers.
If I really didn't need the money, I would have quit at the moment. Michael told me to go along with all this crap. But since I didn't, Jay got even more brazen as time went on. Things finally became ahead one Saturday morning. Someone on third shift had forgotten to lock up the machine after a sensor malfunction. So I went about setting it for the next order code, like I always did, completely unaware of the time bomb I had my head inside of. One of the pneumatic doors bugged out due to the faulty sensor and slammed my head and slammed shut on my hand. I should have mentioned I had the machine in setup mode, which would have stopped that from happening. But that's why it's so important to lock out a machine when there's a sensor or electrical error in those machines. Dude,
that's terrifying.
I was lucky my hand wasn't crushed, as it was my hand basically turned into a single giant bruise that made it down to the bones. Even with the help of another coworker, I got my hand out and went and reported the accident to Michael. Company policy stated that I had to go to the hospital to have it checked out. After having the machine inspected, Michael knew I couldn't have done anything to prevent it, but I had to go take a rug test after the hospital visit as formality. Well, Jay got wind that I was involved in the accident and decided now would be a great time to press his luck. He comes barging into Michael's office, demanding to know why I was so stupid to put my hand inside of a machine that everyone knew was messed up. Because I didn't know it was messed up. Jay, that's BS. You just wanted an excuse to go home.
He wanted an excuse to go home, so he almost crushed his hand. That's crazy. That is crazy.
I ignored him and kept my eyes focused on Michael while he finished filing out my paperwork. Ooh, Jay, I always knew you were an ussy, but this is a new level even for you, OP. What? You can't stand working like a real man, so you're just going to go home? I kept ignoring him. Jay, "Hey, OP, I'm talking to you, OP. He steps around in front of me and pokes me in the chest while still ranting at me. Him touching me was the last straw. Me. Michael, get this stupid effort out of my face. Jay, "Oh, you've done it now," he said triumphantly. "You can't talk to me like that. I'm a manager. I'll have you fired." Me, "Please do. Do it. For the love of God, fire me." Michael, "OP, calm down. Just think about what you're saying." Me, Michael, "I swear to the Lord above, if he's still in this office in 3 seconds, I'm going to pick up this chair and I'm not going to stop until it's broken or he is." That shut Jay up. For a minute anyway. Jay, "Michael, Are you going to let him talk to me like that? He just threatened me. Michael, Jay, I advise you to shut the heck up and leave. OP's a big guy, and I'm too old to stop him if he decides to follow through. Jay darted out of the room a few seconds later. Michael, you can't threaten people like that. OP, I'll back you up this time because he was out of line, but I won't be able to protect you next time. Me, thanks, Michael. I'll call you when I leave the hospital. I said before leaving the office and driving myself 20 miles to the nearest hospital. Bro lives in Taylorsville, North Carolina.
Dang, bro, with one hand too.
Jay never tried to harass me after that day. In fact, he did his best to avoid going anywhere near me that day. But
Good.
He didn't exactly learn his lesson either. LOL, I'll tell that story if anyone is interested in it. Thanks for reading.
When is Jay gonna be freaking fired? I'm so pissed off because it seems like nothing actually happened. Like Jay's freaking poking someone in the chest and gets no repercussions.
Yeah, and also if you're talking about a real man, why is a real man berating another man?
Yeah,
like
that's supposed to be like your employee.
And you're doing this power hungry move.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that.
Really need you to be able to file a complaint or something.
Yeah.
Because this is workplace harassment.
Anyways, update. Unfortunately, a few months after my accident, I was moved to a different department. This one dealt almost exclusively with lead products, while I mostly worked with steel and lead-free products before then. Turns out I'm pretty allergic to being absolutely covered in lead dust. So
Shocking. Shocking.
So I was told they couldn't risk having me in the department anymore and let me go. To this day, I think the only reason I was moved to this was because of my altercation with Jay. I don't have any proof though. Now, a few of you asked why Jay was able to get away with so much. The reason for that is simple. Nepotism. Yeah.
Knew it. I freaking knew that. I didn't call it because I didn't say it out loud, but I did call it in my mind.
Jay's dad was the head of the foundry for the better part of 30 years. And while he didn't have quite as much pull as the owners, he was well liked and most people treated his word as law. So Jay was given a job straight out of high school, and he never worked anywhere else. His dad covered for him at every opportunity until the day he retired. Then his friends continued the trend. There was one incident where Jay took a hammer to a vending machine, and the plant manager bought a new one without saying as a harsh look in Jay's direction. Whole mess surrounding my leaving that ended with the plant manager and Jay lying to a judge about why I left. They tried to say I was a bad employee who didn't deserve my unemployment wages, which ultimately led to a trial, which I won.
Good. That's crazy. They were trying to take away unemployment wages after OP hurt his hand on the job.
Yeah, and then they try to kill him with lead dust.
Yeah. No, OP's like, oh yeah, it turns out I'm allergic to lead dust, as if lead, you shouldn't be in contact with any sort of lead.
Now, most of this information comes from a few of my friends that still work at the factory, but I know it's true because it made it into the local papers. The plant manager, the one who had been protecting Jay, had his power severely stripped after the crap storm with the judge settled. He had an assistant plant manager assigned to help him manage his workload, which is a fancy way of saying they tasked someone else with watching him. Because his biggest backer was essentially taken out of the picture, Jay didn't enjoy the same leeway he did with me. In fact, it seemed the new plant manager really didn't like Jay. So when Jay pushed another guy a little too far one day, he had a hammer wrench chucked at his head hard enough to shatter a window.
Woo!
The thrower was just written up for breaking the window instead of fired or arrested for assault.
No one likes Jay.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. How hated must you be?
About 8 months after I left, the plant manager who had been protecting Jay was let go by the company, and for good reason. He had the plant making parts they didn't even have orders for. And for those who don't know, at the end of the year, when it's time to report the earnings and inventory to the IRS, you actually have to pay for the inventory you have on hand, presumably as estimated income, since it's assumed you had orders for them. They had 10 30-foot tall, 40-foot wide shelves full of baskets of parts ready to be sold. And one of them had an order code assigned to them, so the plant manager was gone after that blunder. An intelligent person would have realized that after that it was time to stop being an a-hole to people and that they were well and truly alone in the factory.
But not Jay.
But not Jay. That's what it just says. No, he didn't learn a dang thing. Despite hammer wrenches being thrown at him, his tires mysteriously going flat 5 times in a month.
People hate this man.
And pretty much everyone in the factory hating his guts. Why he wasn't just fired, I honestly don't know. But he wasn't. Till the day he landed the company in ever more hot water.
Woo! Finally.
How does the company not know this?
I know. Come on.
Like, if any of us pulled this BS to put the company in jeopardy. Ow! So there was a truck driver who had been working for the parent company of the factory for 20-something years. He was well-liked, soft-spoken man who had never been so much as written up on his 20 years. So he's a good hard worker.
Mm-hmm.
He was also black, which is important for the next part. We called the truck driver TD for simplicity's sake. This story was told by my friend Giovanni, who was a machinist, and he was working about 10 feet away from TD when this happened. One day, while truck driver was waiting for his truck to be loaded up, Jay spots him standing around his phone. I heard he was talking to his wife, but I don't know actually. Jay, hey, what are you doing? Truck driver pulls his phone away from his ear. I'm waiting for my truck to be loaded. Do you need something? Jay, well, if you don't have anything better to do while you wait, how about you grab a broom and start sweeping? You know, actually make yourself useful for something other than blocking the path. Truck driver, oh, I was blocking you? Sorry, I didn't realize. Tries to move out of the way. Jay, didn't you hear me? I said grab a broom and start sweeping. Truck driver, that's not my job. But look, if I'm bothering you, I'll just wait outside until my truck is ready, okay? Jay, that's why I hate you, slur. You're always trying to do anything to get out of the work.
So, someone get that wrench. Someone get that wrench. Throw it again.
Truck driver hangs up his phone and tucks it in his pocket. Don't do that again. Jay, do what? Truck driver, you know dang well what. I don't want what kind of bad day you're having, but don't use that word. Jay steps closer. What'd you say to me? Truck driver backing down. I said don't use that word. Jay, what the F are you going to do if I do? Slur, using the word.
Oh my God.
He said it while poking truck driver's chest.
Someone
What
punch
truck
this man.
driver did was immediately after that word left Jay's mouth a second time, he punched the daylights out of him.
Gross.
Now, I've heard conflicting stories about this part. Some say he jumped on Jay's chest and proceeded to pound him to the concrete until someone could haul off Jay. But Giovanni claims truck driver only hit him once, and that one punch cracked his eye socket, shattered his nose, and broke his jaw.
If you're freaking racist,
Where did he punch him?
well,
It broke his jaw?
he probably did like a
Cracked an eye socket, shattered his nose, and broke his jaw with one punch.
This is One Punch Man. It's the
I've
anime
seen-
One Punch Man.
The only crazy thing I've seen is someone take one punch and shatter someone's jaw. Just for good measure, there was a forklift parked behind Jay at the time that's cushioned Jay's fall. The forklift driver sitting in the driver's seat swears he thought he'd rear-ended by another forklift after Jay fell into him. Oh, so Jay's a big guy. So like the forklift driver tire probably got hit and he thought like a forklift hit him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Woo.
An ambulance was called. Jay was rushed to the hospital to undergo emergency surgery, and truck driver was unfortunately arrested. Don't worry though. Remember that plant manager who didn't like Jay? He was at home at the time it happened, but he made it to the factory before truck driver was taken away in handcuffs. He personally dropped a few $100s and went around to everyone in the factory with collection bags asking to donate to pay truck driver's bail fund. He raised over 10 grand in less than an hour and had
Dang.
truck driver bailed out in 3 hours.
Dang! Everyone loved Truck Driver and also probably freaking hated Jay.
Damn.
That's what I love to see. That's
That
what I
is
love to see.
crazy.
I'm sorry. If you're going to freaking talk, just be a little racist bigot who sucks, you get walloped.
Holy
You get
cow.
walloped.
Truck driver sued the company for emotional damages,
Good.
racial discrimination, and a
Good.
couple other things. Then he retired with the money he got from the case.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is the company's fault. They had so
Dang.
many complaints over the years that they did nothing about. That's absolutely negligence. Not even
Holy
negligence. It's
cow.
just like willful ignorance.
There were a lot of people who backed up his word that Jay started it. By the way, if you want to start listening to us on your favorite podcast platform, search up OK Storytime on your favorite podcast platform like Spotify. Or Apple Podcasts. There we are.
There we are.
And before we finish the story, I don't have anything else to say. This is an incredible
satisfying. I'm happy.
story. Truck driver did everything he was supposed to do and got paid for it and retired.
Yup.
He's like, retirement's already happening. He probably got more from this
Yeah.
than he ever would have if he actually retired with the company. And as for Jay, well, he was fired before he woke up from his surgery anesthetic. The plant manager personally drove almost an hour on his off day to tell Jay the good news in person and then waited for him to wake up just to make sure he got it. He applied to several other management positions in the local area, but he'd burned a crap ton of bridges during his life.
Yeah, and also you
no
can't
one
get a
would hire
job
him.
if you're not a nepo baby at these places.
Jay now works as a food vendor at a traveling carnival. I see him once a year when the carnival comes to town, and he scowls at me every time like I personally ruined his life. That look is the only reason I still go to that carnival. And that's the end of that story.
He's like, I love to see it every time. What a happy ending.
Wow. That
Love
was
to
beautiful.
see horrible people get what they deserve.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But that's the end of that story and the end of this episode.
Yes. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you
And
and
see
see
you
you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.